enjoying the music, and the weather looks like it's going to be nice too, and it feels kind of hot though right now.
It does feel a little hot right now, likely going to get even hotter for the Blues Fest. But
Okay, well, I take back what I said.
well, it's okay. Remember back in like February, we were talking about the Blues Fest, and we're like,
Yes.
oh, wouldn't it be nice for it to be warm?
And apparently it's going to be.
It will. And even today, maybe try to find a shady spot under a nice tree. This was my view under the tree in the Portland Japanese Garden just yesterday. So if you're able to find a shady spot and enjoying yourself, be sure to grab a photo of it and head over to KOIN.com right now. That way we can continue the weather conversation over there. Another pretty picture here. We are in no short supply of them here across the Pacific Northwest. This from our Vancouver Riverbank camera, with Mount Hood looking mighty fine as those sunny skies continue to rain down. 76 is where we sit out at PDX with a north wind at about 4, expecting to get back up into the mid 80s by this afternoon and evening, topping off maybe around 87 degrees or so as those sunny skies continue. But tomorrow we'll start the day off with a little bit more of that cloud coverage, helping to keep temperatures just a little bit cooler for us. But we're only talking by about a degree or so as those clear skies are found across the metro area. That's where we continue to see calm, quiet conditions, especially over the high terrain at the Cascades, where we've managed to pick up on some thunderstorm activity over the past several days. Not in the cards for us, though, on this Thursday, as we expect to see a bit of a drier weather pattern over the next 6 to 10 days for western Oregon and Washington. That is less than ideal, especially when we look at our latest drought situation, seeing that the moderate drought has pushed its way back along the Oregon coast, but this donut hole still resides over the metro area. Likely going to see that close in if we don't see additional rainfall over the next little while. But here's the breakdown over the past month or so. Slowly seeing that moderate drought press its way further to the west as the dry, hot conditions continue to find their way back into the Pacific Northwest. And in turn, that's going to start to increase our fire weather danger. This afternoon, getting back up to about 3 for Bend. That puts us in about the moderate range or so. Just about the same by tomorrow afternoon as the lack of rainfall continues and those hot conditions remain, all thanks to this ridge of high pressure developing to the south. It's going to be able to grab some of that desert southwest heat, bring it right up into western Oregon and Washington, driving the jet stream further to the north. That helps the heat to continue to build across the western half of the country. So we are in for a long, hot and dry stretch of weather here over the next week and a half, as our temperatures this afternoon and evening get back up into the mid upper 80s for us. We cool back to the upper 50s, low 60s as that cloud coverage starts to develop for the start of the day tomorrow. Likely to linger through the mid-morning hours. That will kind of pump the brakes on the mercury rising as quickly as what it has been over the past several days. So we're still calling for anywhere from the low to mid 80s for tomorrow afternoon. And then a little bit more sunshine on the docket for the start of the day on Saturday as we move into the Blues Fest time period. That sunshine will be in no short supply. Just the same today as we get up to about 87 degrees. Winds out the north-northwest at about 5 to 10. Tonight, increasing cloud coverage, which will take us into tomorrow morning, only falling back to about 61. So maybe just crack open the window, let some of that fresh, cooler air in as winds are still out the north at about 5 to 10. 7-day forecast, you can see this hot, dry stretch of weather. We really start to bring the heat come Sunday. Again, the Waterfront Blues Festival well underway, so start hydrating now in preparation for a long, hot, dry stretch of weather. Be sure to keep the sunscreen close at hand as well as the 4th of July rolls around. We're talking about 97 degrees. We're watching those models closely because maybe one or two of them could send a few of us close to 100 degrees. Right now, the record for the hottest 4th of July, 99.
I think, was that, how many years ago was that?
That was in 1972.
Okay, well, never mind. I wasn't around then. I was gonna say, there was a Blues Fest, and it was probably like 6 years ago, where it was so hot.
Just hot,
out there. Yes, so just, you know, lots of water always. Yeah. They have misters and things like that.
It just makes it feel like summer.
Exactly. Yeah, wear your short pants. Hey, we'll be right back with more news and a final check on